The road to WrestleMania is cutting through the Rocky Mountains. We are live from the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we are just 1 week away from the Showcase of the Immortals. The air is thin, and the stakes are at an all-time high. Tonight, the greatest of all time, John Cena, returns to the blue brand. But this isn't the Cena that we're used to. Rumors are swirling all over social media that the 16-time champion is reaching a breaking point in his retirement tour. He's here in Salt Lake City tonight to address the WWE Universe, and word is, he has a massive announcement regarding his path to Vegas. Plus, a dream match with massive implications. The Money in the Bank ladder match field is filling up fast, and the landscape is looking unbelievably terrifying. So far, the Lucha Brother Penta and the unpredictable badass Braun Breaker have punched their ticket to Vegas. Tonight, two of the most decorated veterans in history collide as the charismatic enigma Jeff Hardy takes on the phenomenal one AJ Styles. One of these surefire Hall of Famers will join that elite field, while the other watches their WrestleMania dreams go up in smoke. And later, as the Viper Randy Orton prepares to challenge LA Knight for the United States Championship, he looks to sharpen his fangs tonight against one of the fastest rising stars in the game, Carmelo Hayes. Can HIM pull off the upset, or will Randy Orton send a terrifying message to the megastar before their clash in Vegas? But the question on everyone's mind tonight, what happens next with the Bloodline? Let's take you back to last week, where Roman Reigns stepped in to save Cody from a bloodline beatdown at the hands of Solo Sikoa and Tama Tonga. Cody is in the Delta Center tonight, and you have to assume that Roman's name is written all over whatever the American Nightmare has to say. A legendary ladder match field, a Viper on the hunt, and the Tribal Chief's shadow looming large. SmackDown kicks off right now. And the 16-time world champion is here in Salt Lake City. Listen to the Delta Center erupt. Whether you hate him or love him, you can't deny the presence of the greatest of all time. But the face of John Cena tonight, folks, this isn't the same man that we saw 5 years ago. This retirement tour of his is supposed to be a victory lap in the final year of his career, but lately, it's felt more like a gauntlet that he just can't survive. He's been on a bit of a cold streak lately, plain and simple. Losing to younger talent, and you can see the frustration is starting to boil over.
For 25 years, I told you that hustle, loyalty, and respect would always be enough. But look at me lately. I'm in a rambunctious rut. I'm losing matches I don't have any business losing, and I'm letting every single one of you down. I want to be the never-seen 17-time champion more than I want my next breath. But the doctor of thugonomics and ruthless aggression is starting to feel like a relic to me. However, because of my dedication to the WWE for the last 25 years, the King of Kings, Triple H, has graciously thrown me a bone. I am, as of tonight, officially the third entrant in the Money in the Bank ladder match. This is where the slump ends, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I take back what's mine. The never-seen 17.
Wow, a gift from the board of directors. John Cena just bypassed the Money in the Bank qualifiers. And while everybody else is fighting tooth and nail, the TKO board just handed the 16-time champ a golden ticket to Las Vegas. You have to wonder how the rest of that locker room feels about this longevity award.
Friday, March 6th and Saturday, March 7th. Las Vegas has never had a show like this.
Welcome to WrestleMania!
What happens here becomes legendary.
WrestleMania from Las Vegas. Available on the RedBrainWrestling channel Friday, March 6th and Saturday, March 7th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
And welcome back live from the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. And as we gear up for the showcase of the Immortals, we kick off one of the Money in the Bank qualifying matches. And while he is the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy has defied gravity and logic for nearly 3 decades, and tonight he's looking to do it one more time. Hardy knows that his window is quickly closing shut, and a win tonight puts him in a match that was practically built for the high-flying charismatic enigma. Jeff Hardy, of course, one of the pioneers of the ladder match. Back in the day with his tag team partner Matt Hardy, and that fantastic feud that they had against Edge and Christian. But tonight he's looking to do it against the Phenomenal One. A tall task with 2 legends going up against each other. And here comes the Phenomenal One. And this is a man who has captured gold on every single continent and every promotion he's ever stepped foot in. AJ Styles is a wrestling purist, a technical artist. But don't let that fool you. He is as ruthless as they come when a WrestleMania spot is on the line. And Charles Robinson gets us kicked off tonight here on Friday Night SmackDown from the sold-out crowd in Salt Lake City, as AJ Styles looks to get started early on in the match against the charismatic Enigma, and a clothesline there from Styles. Oh, and Styles trying to go for a simple springboard moonsault, but not able to connect there onto Hardy. And you have to think about the combined history in this ring between these two superstars. You're looking at dozens of world championships won across the globe, spanning from TNA, New Japan, AEW, and of course WWE. Hardy now has Styles on top of his shoulders, but not able to do as Styles is able to get out of that one. Hardy, of course, returning to the WWE only a few months ago, found himself in the picture for the United States Championship as he's trying to take the fight to AJ Styles. and as I was saying, was in the picture for that United States Championship, ultimately was a part of that four-way ladder match at the Royal Rumble that Andrade came out on top of. Oh, and a surprise roll-up here from Styles. Is that gonna do? No. Hardy able to kick out and quickly recenters himself. Catches his breath outside of the ring. Oh! Styles trying to taunt towards the crowd, show him that WrestleMania is his. But Hardy not wasting any time whatsoever. And this isn't just a match. It's a battle for a second chance for these two legends. Suplex from AJ Styles. Both men are in the twilight of their careers, and they know that the Money in the Bank briefcase is the fastest way back to the top. With a neck breaker there from Styles and a cover trying to finish the fight. No! Jeff Hardy, with his eyes locked on that ladder match contract, kicks out at 2. And Hardy now looking to gain some momentum as he picks up AJ Styles towards the middle of the canvas and sends his head directly into his knee. Hardy proving to the SmackDown crowd here in Salt Lake that he has what it takes to move on to WrestleMania and compete in that ladder match that he knows so well. Thought he might have been going for a twist of fate there, but it's a simple neck breaker as he tries to seal the deal against AJ Styles. And there it is, twist of fate, the cover from Jeff Hardy. Kick out at 2, AJ Styles remains alive as his hopes for one last WrestleMania remain in the balance, and Jeff Hardy with a swanton bomb, the cover. And just like that, the charismatic enigma, the high flyer, defeats the technical superstar AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, and he seals his ticket to WrestleMania 41 in Allegiant Stadium. And Jeff Hardy now is going to join Penta. He's going to join Braun Breaker. And as we heard earlier tonight, he's gonna join the greatest of all time, John Cena, in that Money in the Bank ladder match to kick off WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. What a moment. What a career pick-me-up for the charismatic enigma. And we're backstage, and wait a minute, it looks like Tiffany Stratton has tracked down the women's champion.
Excuse me, Bianca. I hope you have a really good explanation for that completely uncalled for stunt you pulled last week. I am the center of the universe, and I am the only one who deserves that WWE Women's Championship shot. You cannot just keep running from Tiffy time.
Girl, you really need to check your tone right now. You want to stand here and talk about what you deserve? In my division, you don't get handed a championship match on a silver platter just because you throw a tantrum. I am the EST of WWE, and I am sick and tired of you whining in my face.
Oh, Bianca's heard enough. The champion strikes first as she sends Tiffany Stratton careening into those steel storage crates. The EST is not playing around tonight. And Bianca is absolutely dismantling the center of the universe. Right here on the loading dock backstage at SmackDown.
You want my attention? You got it.
And Tiffany Stratton just got a painful dose of reality.
Can't get enough universe mode? If you are loving the chaos, the drama, and the destruction, you need to lock in. Smash that subscribe button. Don't miss a single suplex, a single betrayal, or a single championship victory. The road to the next premium live event starts here. Witness the Red Brain Takeover.
And welcome back to Friday Night SmackDown from the Delta Center. The sold-out crowd in Salt Lake City is ready for the Apex Predator.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing in at 295 pounds, the Viper, Randy Orton.
And Randy is laser focused on taking that United States Championship away from LA Knight at Allegiant Stadium. But tonight, the Viper has to put Vegas out of his mind because he has a very dangerous and very fast obstacle standing in his way tonight in Salt Lake City before he could put his hands on the megastar. And this feud between Randy and LA Knight has become a personal grudge match, as they have battled back and forth for nearly a month now. And here comes that obstacle that I was talking about. He calls himself H.I.M. Carmelo Hayes. Melo has been tearing it up on the blue brand, and now he is stepping into the ring with a first ballot Hall of Famer. If Melo wants to prove he belongs in the main event picture, catching the Viper looking ahead to WrestleMania is the best possible way to do that. And what a rookie year Melo has had, as he has proved himself on the main roster here on Friday Night SmackDown and solidified himself in the United States title picture. But he has to go through the Legend Killer to continue to prove that, and a quick drop kick from Randy Orton. And not wasting any time as Randy sends Carmelo Hayes to the canvas with a clothesline. And already Randy ready to pounce, potentially looking for an RKO, trying to finish off Carmelo Hayes before this match even gets started. And the ref finally managing to separate these two. Oh, great move there by Carmelo Hayes as he now looks for a springboard and he connects. And Carmelo Hayes has Randy Orton positioned perfectly as he's measuring Randy, waiting for him to get up. A series of chops and a big boot to the face of Randy Orton. Carmelo is in control. And just as I say that, Randy Orton manages to pounce and takes the momentum directly away from Carmelo Hayes. And a win here tonight for Randy would mean everything. As just 7 days from now, he's going to be walking in to Allegiant Stadium, and he's going to be hoping to take away that United States Championship, as he's looking to pounce on Carmelo yet again. But Melo showing fortitude. As neither superstar is able to take control just yet. Oh, and look at the counter there from the Viper. Locked in on the neck of Carmelo Hayes. And he's egging the crowd on here in Salt Lake City as he's looking to pounce one more time. And a flurry of blows to the head of Carmelo Hayes. Could that do it there? Randy Orton going for the cover. No, Carmelo keeps his hopes of showing off to the WWE Universe Alive as he connects with a big boot yet again on to Randy Orton. And Randy very smartly there, moving himself out of the ring as Carmelo Hayes was going for a moonsault. And now, Randy measuring Carmelo, climbing to the top rope. What's he thinking? Frog splash! And now it seems like Randy Orton is playing with his food a bit, as he's begging Carmelo Hayes to make his way up. He's basking in the glory here in the Delta Center. And Randy sends Carmelo down to the canvas, perhaps trying to finish him off here. Is Carmelo Hayes going to be able to turn this around? And he's busted open. He's bleeding all over the mat. And a serious scoop slam there from Orton. And he sends Carmelo out of the ring. If Randy Orton looks this on top of his game next week, 7 days from now, he is certainly leaving with that championship. And Carmelo with a quick enziguri there as he tries to twist that momentum right on its side and perhaps finish off the Legend Killer. And he's got quite the concentration going on as he has blood pouring down his face. I don't know how he can see what's going on directly in front of him. But even so, he's able to see the apex predator's eyes directly in front of him. As he sets up Randy Orton onto the canvas. Melo measuring Orton, climbing to the top rope. What's he thinking? Nothing but net! Could this be it right here? Did Carmelo Hayes just finish off the Legend Killer? He just folded the Viper in half. And somehow, Randy Orton stays alive. Hayes is frustrated. He's looking to put Orton away for good. And now the Legend Killer is back up, talking to the crowd here in Salt Lake. As Carmelo is laid out on the canvas, the Viper finally looking to finish it here, but a springboard splash from Carmelo Hayes, climbing to the top rope once again. Oh, trying to go for another one there, but not able to connect as the Apex Predator hits an RKO out of nowhere. And Orton able to survive Carmelo Hayes. And he's basking in the wind. Watch this, LA Knight blindsides the Apex Predator from behind. The megastar isn't waiting 7 days for Las Vegas. He's trying to take the fight to the Legend Killer right here, right now. And Orton able to reverse it. He's got LA Knight through the ropes for some vintage Randy Orton. The draping DDT spikes LA Knight into the canvas. The Viper is coiled. He's stalking his prey and an RKO to LA Knight. The Delta Center is completely unglued. But wait, the megastar counters with a BFT. It is absolute chaos here on the road to WrestleMania. The Viper challenging the megastar for the United States Championship. LA Knight, Randy Orton. If tonight is any indication, Las Vegas is not going to be able to contain these two.
Friday, March 6th and Saturday, March 7th. Las Vegas has never had a show like this.
Welcome to WrestleMania!
What happens here becomes legendary.
WrestleMania from Las Vegas. Available on the RedBrainWrestling channel Friday, March 6th and Saturday, March 7th, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central.
Listen to the eruption here in the Delta Center. The undisputed WWE Champion is in the building. Cody Rhodes has not been seen since Roman Reigns shockingly saved him last week from that Bloodline Rules match. But Cody looks laser focused.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 220 pounds, the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody.
And in just 8 days from now, Cody has a date with Destiny and the final boss. But you have to imagine he's out here to address the elephant in the room of last week. What exactly is the relationship between the American Nightmare and the original tribal chief? We're gonna have to wait to find out.
Roman, I want to thank you for what you did last week. But I think it's important that I remind you and everyone else, it was me who won that Bloodline Rules match in Philadelphia last year. I appreciate the gesture, truly, but I won't be needing your help for the match come Las Vegas. This is my story to finish, not yours.
And speak of the devil, Roman Reigns is here. And look at the swagger of the OTC. Cody Rhodes just told the man who saved him he doesn't need his help. But Roman Reigns doesn't look the slightest bit offended. In fact, he looks like a man who knows a secret that the rest of the world doesn't. He's taking his time getting into that ring. And the tension here in the Delta Center, the capacity crowd in Salt Lake City, is absolutely suffocating. You can't imagine what Roman is possibly about to say to Cody Rhodes. Have to wonder if there was any other motivation behind what he did last week in coming into that Bloodline Rules match. Roman never does anything for no reason. He always does things for himself.
Cody. Because you're right. You don't need my help. You see, I heard the news from Monday Night Raw a few days ago. I heard the wise man is back. And the wise man, he owes me a few favors. Paul pulled some strings behind the scenes. So Cody, it isn't a matter of if, it's a matter of when. When I win the Will of Fala back from Solo, when I become the only tribal chief once more on night 1 in Allegiant Stadium. I am making my way down that ramp for the main event on night 2. I am joining the match for that belt you're holding, and I am making it a triple threat.
A triple threat? Did Roman just say he's entering the main event of WrestleMania? Paul Heyman pulled the strings on Raw, and now the ripples are hitting SmackDown.
I had to do this. I have to cut the power from all angles. Solo Sikoa, and the final boss. When I become champion again, the bloodline will finally be back to the way it is supposed to be.
Wait a minute! The final boss is here, and he looks absolutely furious.
You think you can do that? There is nobody in this damn company that goes above my head. You think I give a rat's jabroni ass about the wise man Paul Heyman? No! In Las Vegas, it is me, and it is Cody Rhodes. And I am not just going for his belt. I am going for his soul. Ha! I'd like to see you try. Hi, Chief.
And the disrespect from Roman Reigns. He just mocked the sacred title of the Bloodline. The final boss is seething here in the Delta Center. Las Vegas is going to be an absolute war zone if Roman Reigns follows through on what he just laid out.